So Brendan Schaub, for the second year in a row, is in yet another beef. The last one with Nate Diaz. This one against Renato Don't Show Me the Money Moicano. Now, for a little more context, there was the antitrust lawsuit that was settled. At first, it was supposed to be settled for around $1 billion, and finally they settled, the UFC that is, settled with the fighters for around $400 million. Now there's a whole host of fighters that are getting a pretty good chunk of money through this settlement, and it is reported that Renato Moicano was one of the 4 fighters to not get the money, and it was told that he was turned down 100 to 200,000 US dollars. Here's where the actual beef gets started though. Brendan Schaub went on his widely popular The Schaub Show and provided some advice for Renato Moicano, basically trying to have Renato's back and telling him to take the money.
You are by no means moving up the ladder by not accepting this money. You're only doing disservice to yourself and your family. And Bubba, you've earned it more so than anybody. This is your money. You earned it, dude. You're not being a company man by not accepting money. You're being a stupid fighter, and this is the issue. I'm pretty sure he has children, right? That's what pisses me off. If you're single and you're young, you're like, whatever, in your primary career, I can kind of see it. You're still brainwashed. I can kind of see it. If you have a family and you have fucking children, $200,000 in Brazil is a lot. So he has one son, Isaac, who's born in 2020, and another child on the way. His wife is currently pregnant, and you're not taking, it's pissing me off, and you're not taking $200,000, and you're a fucking prize fighter. Here's the thing. It's over, Moicano, too, bud. You fought for the title. It's never happening again.
Brendan also said, just so you know, Moicano, Dana bets with $200,000 every night like it ain't. So if you think in his mind he's going, well, Moicano didn't take the money, let's hook this guy up, you don't effing know the world, dude. And a few days later, we heard Moicano's side of the story.
My first fight in UFC was 8-8, was 8-8 to fight. Yeah. And then what they say is, hey, you know that 8-8, that was wrong with you because they take advantage of you. It's the same thing, you know? You have a girl and then somebody talk to the guy, hey, the guy abused you and this and that. So that's what I'm saying. And then they did the lawsuit. And the fucking lawyer was calling me like every week. Yeah. And he was saying, hey, you have to sign that, you have to sign that. And even a girl went to the gym, to America Top. She said, hey, you have to sign that. I'm looking like to everybody that has the fair share. If you did not sign, they're gonna split your money on the other fighters, you know? They're not gonna get the money back. Okay. Of the 700 fighters, only 3 or 4 did not accept, but they don't say the names. So
you're one of only a handful.
Yes. I'm saying that because man, if you like what USA was created, like free market, you have to, it's the same thing that I was saying about Ben Askren, you know, you have to do your part of the deal, you know, you have to, you cannot take advantage of people. But the problem is the mindset of people now is UFC is fucking rich, they can do that, you know. It's not like that, bro. You have to honor your part.
Don't show me the money Moicano, which is absolutely hilarious because he claims to be a money man. Renato, I don't want free money Moicano. Yeah, that one definitely put him in a body bag. But here's what Renato means by market value. Market value is basically a free market economic system where prices for goods and services are determined by supply and demand with minimal or no government intervention. It's characterized by voluntary exchange, competition, and private ownership of resources. While no pure free market exists, many economies strive for this ideal with varying degrees of government involvement. So he's trying to act like he knows what he's talking about, and he's using that as the main reason as to why he's not taking the money, and nobody's buying it whatsoever. Now we're at the point in the saga where Renato is firing back at Brendan with visceral comments by saying, if you think yourself is dumb, think about the people who watch that Brendan Schaub show on YouTube and the comedy specials. That's effing terrible, brother. Even I can do better than that, brother. And I don't even speak English. And I can still be funnier than you, my brother. I don't know why he kept saying my brother. Brendan Schaub said on IG, UFC fighters turning down the antitrust lawsuit is absolutely mind-blowing to me, to say the least. And then we got Renato truly explaining his side by saying, It has nothing to do with the UFC. I don't expect the UFC to treat me well because of this. The UFC is a company. A company doesn't like you, quote unquote. They want you for profit. This is about principles. I knew about the deal. I signed the contract. The contract is nothing more than your word. I'm not going back on my word just to gain a financial benefit. I don't expect anyone to understand that.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
For those of you saying that Schaub is in the wrong, I think you guys are more mad at the messenger and not the message, because Schaub has his back. He's telling him to take the money because he's earned it through blood, sweat, and tears and time in the octagon and punches to the head. He just wants him to be compensated properly for being in one of the toughest sports on earth. Now, what I got from that message from Moicano is, yeah, but you're basically not signing it because you're trying to be in the good graces of the UFC. He just didn't say it outright like I just said it. It's the truth. And he just doesn't want to say it because he's getting looked at as weak and stupid. And for everybody's like, well, we should respect his decision for not taking the money. You're just trying not to be a casual and you don't want to tell the truth. I know that's extremely hard to tell the truth in the space of MMA. Brendan would then respond to all those comments made by Moicano on the fighter and the kid.
Then I'm like, all right, they took their time. They probably got some writers. Then I'm in. But when it's this, and listen, I like Moicano. Him not taking the money helps me out, helps the other fighters out. You're putting more money in my pocket. And Moicano, I hate to tell you, 99.9% of UFC fighters, alumni, current fighters, staff, anybody who works at the UFC is on my side. You're not going to find many fighters that agree with you. Everyone thinks it's fucking stupid what you're doing.
And those people, to be exact, are Cowboy Cerrone. Yeah, I'll take his share. Don't worry, I'll take everyone's if they don't want it. And Mayhem Miller said thanks for the extra couple bucks, Hanato Moicano. Oh, and to Brendan's point, Cowboy is a company man. Him and Dana actually have a really good relationship. And Cowboy's still talking about a comeback fight.
Slapback came as a result of you saying he'd never be champion?
Probably.
Yeah.
And I stand by that. I'm not trying to hurt his feelings. Let's go black and white here. Take feelings out of it. Let's be analytical. Let's take feelings out of it. If you look at his record, and this is, I'm not being mean. This is, if I did not know him, we didn't have this beef. You look at the lay of the fucking land at 55 days fighting at. Anytime he's fought top echelon competition, he has lost.
So the smart thing to do, if he thinks Dana's going to scratch his back, which I doubt he is, but maybe they are, is I'm a 2-fight losing skid. They give me a bad matchup, I'm fucked, dude. I'm going to make way more money. If I can just win one more, that's going to extend my career another 2 to 3
exciting,
fights.
fan favorite.
Yes, so that's going to extend my career another 2 to 3 fights.
Smart.
So by turning this $100,000 down,
He makes a lot more.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I think he's playing chess.
I agree.
And we're thinking of checkers. That's what I assume he's turned down the money.
That's what I feel like. That's what makes sense.
And then he's trying podcasts, and everyone their mom is, right? Weird. Who's the first UFC fighter to do a podcast? Do you know who it is? Right? So he's going to launch a podcast. You're going to call it Show Me the Money. And then when they show you the money, you turned it down. Oh, but I'm the dumb one.
Honestly, I'm Team Schaub. I agree he should have taken the money. And like I mentioned earlier, if you're sticking up for Moicano, you're just trying to not sound like a casual. But the point being is, how can you be show me the money and not take the money in this economy when all these females and people are wanting handouts and getting free money? How are you not trying to join that? I mean, that'd be like Floyd Mayweather turning down $200,000. That'd be like Conor McGregor turning down $200,000. It makes absolutely no sense for him to do it, because at the end of the day, I'm also on the side of him being compensated properly for getting in the octagon, fighting in your bathing suit, and taking all the blows, blood, sweat, tears, you name it, injuries. You need all the money you can get. At the end of the day, if you're not fighting for belts, you're fighting for money. It's called prize fighting, and Hanato should have taken it, and he's an absolute fool for not taking the money, and he's going to get buried by UFC fans even more because of it.